Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a frequently asked questions. I did another video like this in 2016, so about 4 years ago. But since then, quite a lot of things have happened on my channel, so I figured now would be as good of a time as ever to go ahead and ask some of your most burning questions that I get asked on the regular. First of all, hi, hello, my name is Sacha, as you can see all over my channel. And speaking of C, my name is written with a C, not an S. I am 28 years old as of the recording of this video in the tumultuous year of 2020. And I am a Portuguese language specialist, which means that both here and in my day job, I work with the Portuguese language as well as other linguistic services. Those linguistic services include things like translation, which I mostly do from English to Portuguese, and also other things like transcription, captioning, proofreading, and so on. My channel itself is dedicated to Portuguese linguistics, so the science of language, or how the language itself works, which means that I'm not here to teach you Portuguese, I'm here to teach you how the language itself works. And in order to do that, I do a lot of academic research looking up articles and studies, and the linguistic knowledge that we have of how Portuguese works. My goal on this channel is to be able to explain to you linguistic functions of Portuguese without it being overly technically complicated. My flawless American accent comes from the fact that I am actually American. I was born and raised in the state of Colorado in the middle of the United States. That makes English both my first and native language. It wouldn't be until significantly later that I would go on to learn and become fluent in other languages. And in fact, my extended family is monolingual. I am the only person in all of my family that speaks any foreign language to any degree of fluency. I do not live in the United States any longer, and in fact I do not live in Lisbon any longer either. I live in the city of Barcelona, which is in the Catalonia region of Spain. And I have lived here since the end of 2014. Prior to that, I lived in Lisbon, which is where I moved from the United States to. Although Barcelona is not exactly a Portuguese-speaking place, I don't foresee myself moving anytime soon, and I've actually done a video comparing Barcelona and Lisbon because they are my two favorite places to live. Your eyes do not deceive you. My eyes do not align correctly. That is something known as strabismus, and it is the reason why I quite literally physically cannot look directly at the camera, at least at will. Simply put, my eyes are just a little bit out of alignment, and it's been like that since forever. No, I do not have any plans on getting a major invasive surgery to correct it, and I especially would not do so just for the sake of YouTube. It's not rude per se to ask about it, but if you find yourself needing to ask about it, you might have your answer hidden in your question to begin with. Muitos me perguntam se de facto falo português, isto porque eu não faço os vídeos em português. Tem alguns vídeos em português que são os resumos dos anos de 2017 e 2018. No entanto, a língua operativa deste canal é inglês, mas de certo, cada vídeo tem legendas aqui no meu canal. Isso não é nenhum acidente. Eu coloco todas as legendas e todas as legendas são escritas por mim. Não tenho a ajuda de ninguém de fora e por isso tenho que escrever e colocar todas as legendas nos vídeos. Então, sempre que lês ou ouves português aqui no meu canal, estás a ver o meu português. Falo português porque passei vários anos em Lisboa, tanto simplesmente a viver a vida, quanto em cursos da língua portuguesa, nomeadamente da Universidade de Lisboa, na Faculdade de Letras ou da FLUL. Lá existe um programa excelente para quem quiser aprender português. Foi lá que fiz os níveis B2 a C2. E não só isso, aqui em Barcelona, a grande maioria do meu círculo social é de facto lusófona. Por isso, aqui em Barcelona, eu falo mais português no meu dia-a-dia do que propriamente espanhol ou catalão. I don't have any major preferences in terms of varieties of Portuguese. This channel itself is dedicated to the science of language, which means analyzing language from a linguistic perspective without applying any kind of subjective moral or value judgments on it. And my perspective on languages is widely informed by that. It is natural to have personal preferences and subjective opinions on things, including about language. Everybody does. But when it comes to the variety of Portuguese, I can't say that there's any one that I specifically dislike dislike, and there's not any one or any group of them that I like especially more than the others. don't have any major difficulties understanding any dialect or variety of Portuguese. Obviously, there are varieties of Portuguese that are spoken in more far-flung places in both Portugal and Brazil that are a little bit harder to understand for people who are not used to how they speak there. This can even be the case of places that are not so far-flung. For example, people in Minas Gerais have a famous tendency for kind of smashing all of their words together, and for someone like me, it can take a minute to retune my ear in order to properly follow what's going on. But this is something that happens to people in both their native languages, which in my case would be English, as well as any given secondary language that they speak. So I wouldn't say that I have any specific difficulties, but I definitely have certain varieties of Portuguese that I'm in more regular contact with than others. And also, despite the fact that I learned Portuguese in Portugal and I speak, therefore, European Portuguese, I have quite a lot of friends and acquaintances from all corners of Brazil, so there are very few major Brazilian varieties that I don't have some level of familiarity with. This, of course, is also on top of the linguistic research that I do in the language. If you find the information on my channel valuable and you'd like to support me and my channel, you can do so on Patreon. I have a Patreon set up as a place where you can basically buy me a coffee each month, and in return I of course have some exclusive things that are on offer. On the Discord there is a patrons only channel where you can talk with me and other patrons. I let patrons know what I'm working on next first, so you'll know what the topics of my next videos are going to be before anybody else, as well as any other projects I happen to be working on. And I also have other fun things on offer that I send out periodically, like postcards. So if you're interested in that, head on over to patreon.com/Sashinka and you'll find all the information there. I speak what I like to call 5.5 languages. I made a video about this that you can check out to learn about that in greater detail, but the gist of that is that I speak 5 languages very comfortably on a scale of perfectly fluent to conversational. The half language that I mention when I say 5.5 is a language that I have a degree in, that I understand quite well, but I have a very unfortunate level of output in, and that language is Russian. That being said, I recommend you check out that video to learn more about the languages that I speak. Although at one point in time I was an English and Portuguese tutor here in Barcelona and even in Lisbon, I am not offering any kind of services that involve teaching English or teaching Portuguese now or in the future. I am not a dedicated language teacher, and that is not really my area of expertise. You'll even note, as I've said before, this channel is dedicated to Portuguese linguistics and not specifically learning Portuguese. Although those two things can intersect, they are not exactly the same thing. My channel is dedicated to learning about and understanding the inner workings of Portuguese as a language. Linguistics is the science of how languages work. What are all of their moving parts? So my channel aims to help people understand linguistic concepts in a way that isn't overly technically complicated. Therefore, if you're looking to learn English or you're looking to learn Portuguese more specifically, I recommend that you go find resources that are dedicated more specifically to that. If you're looking to learn European Portuguese, I have a video with some resources, tips, and pointers that can get you started in learning European Portuguese and consolidate your studies even further. If you want more information about that, I would recommend that you check out my Patreon because I have a much more extensive post on that there. There is, of course, also an abundance of materials available for Brazilian Portuguese on the internet. But to reiterate, no, I'm not an English teacher. I'm not a Portuguese teacher. I don't do classes on Skype. I don't do classes on Instagram Live. I don't do any kind of classes. Unfortunately, I cannot help you out with that. Like many of you who watch my channel, I am of course interested in linguistics as a general concept, but my area of expertise really is the Portuguese language. So if I were to do a video talking about other languages, it would have to be more specifically in relation to Portuguese. I could not confidently make a video about any other given language without doing a thorough amount of research into it in order to know that I was certain about what I was talking about. With that in mind, I have gotten requests to do videos that have something to do with the relationship between Portuguese and other languages that I speak, such as Spanish or Russian, and I certainly keep those in consideration for future videos on this channel. If you have a more specific type of video that you'd like to recommend to me, you can do so on Discord. I have a Discord server available for this channel where you can talk about Portuguese, linguistics in general, and other cultural topics at will in both Portuguese and English. The invite link to the Discord is available in the description of all of my videos, as well as directly on my channel, so you can click on that and join the Discord from there. And there you can talk with not just me, but a whole bunch of other people who are also interested in these types of topics. If that's something you're interested in, I look forward to talking to you over on the Discord. If you'd like to message me directly, you can also do so on Discord itself. There is a private message function on it, but you can also send me a direct message on my Instagram if that's more your style. Yes, I did make a video about my accent in Portuguese a few years ago in which I said not a word in Portuguese out loud during the video. Yes, that is a mystery of the universe, and it's going to continue to be so. So those are the most frequent questions that I feel like I get regularly here on my channel in comments or in direct messages or what have you. I hope I did answer any kind of general questions about me that you might have had. If I did not, feel free to leave me a comment on my videos asking questions. I'm always open to feedback and video suggestions, so if you have a question about Portuguese itself or you'd like to see me do a video about a certain topic, don't hesitate to leave me a comment and let me know. For now, that's all I got for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Obviously, I make a lot of videos about the Portuguese language, which you can find directly on my channel or in the eye above, and I will see you next time.